troops in the occupied West Bank as they tried to help a Palestinian grandmother who had herself been shot by Israeli soldiers. Filmed by a bystander, it shows how shots rang out as the medics carried a stretcher and had their ambulance lights on as they tried to save her life. Now, the grandmother, called Fatia Rashid, had travelled to the Jenin refugee camp to retrieve documents for her daughter. The Jenin camp is in the north of the West Bank. Tens of thousands of its residents have been forced out in an ongoing military operation by Israel. Operation Iron Wall began in January this year and resulted in the deaths of 84 Palestinians, including 18 children, according to the United Nations. Now, Israel says it is aimed at suppressing Iranian-backed militant groups. A warning of this special report from our correspondent Rachel Younger in the West Bank contains images you may well find upsetting.
In Jenin, an elderly woman is lying in a pool of blood, a neighbour trying to stem the bleeding with her scarf. The paramedics shouts of advice are almost drowned out by screams of "What have I done?" It's the woman's daughter next to them, who can see her mum but can't reach her. They're separated by the road Fatia was crossing when a sniper's bullet ripped through her leg. Now the medics are trying to weigh up what to do next. Hassan, he asks, will he shoot you if you try to cross? A minute passes and they decide it's worth a try. The sirens are turned on as a warning. And then they go, a hand in the air. This is the response. The mother, they shot at them, shouts a bystander. But paramedic Hassan has made it across to Fatia. It's still chaotic. One colleague is describing the bullets as warning shots on the radio. But whether or not they've been deliberately targeted is not the priority, as they shout for Basim and throw him a tourniquet to try to save Fatia. She had only been trying to help her daughter find some of her young family's belongings. They've been displaced from their home by the Israeli military operation that's left much of Jenin refugee camp in pieces. And if it wasn't for the bravery of one paramedic, these children would have lost their grandmother too. After 2 days in hospital, Fatia pulled through. Now her home must house the whole family.